just told Dale Earnhardt Jr., slow your lap times way down. We've got to try to do this on fuel mileage.
One attempt at a green-white checkered finish. 76 races since Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been to victory lane. Caution is out. The race is over.
Yeah, baby! Way to go, Bondo Jr.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the winner at Michigan.
So you think gasoline's expensive for you, right? Imagine if Junior's car had run dry in June instead of making the finish. The last car on the lead lap was 23rd place. The difference in money between the winner and 23rd, $96,000 and change. Wow. Now, even though these race cars use about $3 worth of Sunoco fuel each lap, it would have cost a whole lot more for Junior to be without that gasoline. Strategy was right in June. It was wrong last week. How's it going to be today? Jamie Littles with Dale Jr.
Well, it's certainly always a gamble, right? He won here on fuel strategy, and last week that pit call cost them the race. So, Junior, when you and Tony Jr. go back, how do you guys move on and get past something like what happened at Watkins Glen?
What happened at Watkins Glen was we had a pretty bad race car at the end of the race. I don't think we were going to beat Kyle if we made a different call on pit road. But, you know, I think a lot of people made too much of that. We were struggling most of the day. After about lap 30, we were struggling pretty bad. Lost a lot of chassis height in the front end. And so, I don't know. We know what our plan is, and we got a good car this weekend, and get out there and get our job done and have some fun.
You say you have a good car a couple months ago. Big day for you guys, big win here. What do you think your chances are for victory number 2 here today?
Yeah, they're just as good, if not a little better. We're a little smarter now. We've learned a lot since we were here racing last time, a lot about the car. And that's going to be the case every time you go back, and we keep learning about this car. So I feel pretty good. It's, you know, it's a fun racetrack, and it gets better and better over the years, and makes it pretty fun to move around and run different routes here. So my car was pretty good yesterday, and we just need to keep up with the racetrack today, keep adjusting, keep up with the track. We'll be fine.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. knows, like we all do, that it's all about track position. He rolls off 4th. Alan?
He's got good track position to start the day. We'll see if he's got the right mileage and the right strategy through the day. Since their win in June, this team has finished out of the top 10 in 6 of 7 races, including the last 4 straight. How much pressure are they under to start having some good results?
I think they're feeling some pressure. I mean, since the change, I mean, you know, you talk about the Kyle Busch for Dale Earnhardt situation at the beginning of the year, a lot of pressure. Both of those guys did really well early on. Right now, they're struggling, though, and they need momentum. All of these guys need momentum, especially those who don't have wins and only have 1 win going into the chase. Kyle Busch is like a rocket. He's got 8 wins. He's out there. They better pick the game up.
Brad, I really think that Dale Jr. is going to be just fine, though. I mean, this is too good of a team, Alan. It really is. These guys are strong. And remember one thing. He's got a teammate, Jimmy Johnson. And Johnson, this is a great track for him. He's qualified right up front in 2nd position. And I think he can learn off his teammate. I think he can get back on track. He'll be fine. But you know what? He's got to quit making these mistakes now to get right for the chase. That's the most important thing right now. He will be in the chase.
You say Jimmy Johnson? We interviewed Jimmy Johnson. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, and he was a guy to watch back in June, led 65 laps here, finished 6th, but obviously a little bit of room for improvement. What have you guys concentrated on coming back here a second time?
Well, I mean, you learned so much over the few months, or a month and a half really, since we've been here. What worked at Indy, Pocono, you know, there's a lot of different things we've learned along the way that have applied to this racetrack. Great run at Chicago. So we're a lot smarter, but at the same time, the garage area is smarter. If you look at the pace from qualifying, it was like 4/10 faster than what we were here in the spring. Same with the pace that we saw in practice yesterday. So everybody's finding that same speed, and I just hope this Cobalt Tools and Paul has got the best speed.
Well, this has been a pretty good racetrack for Jimmy Johnson. He's led over 200 laps here, but he's still looking for that first win, Shannon.
Well, Jeff Gordon is currently 6th in the point standings, and while your team is no way near struggling, certainly from last year, this team is definitely off. You said that there are some things that you want to work on to get stronger and better. What are you referring to?
Well, you know, it's just trying to find out the right combination with the bump stops. You know, when you get to these bigger, faster racetracks, trying to learn, you know, what the car really wants aerodynamically as well as mechanically, and just trying to match that up to my driving style. You know, last week was definitely disappointing because we did run so well there last year, But you know, we're a strong race team, and I think that things like last week only motivate us and make us stronger. And so we're anxious to get this race going. I think we've got a great race car. DuPont Chevrolet's been good all weekend long, and I hope we can continue that here all day.
Now, obviously, making the chase is one thing, but you guys want to be competitive in the chase. Do you feel like time is running out to figure those things out in order to be competitive in those last 10 races?
Well, it's one thing at a time. I mean, it's still extremely important to us to be in the chase. When we get in the chase, we want to be competitive enough to win a championship. And, you know, those are the things that we're working towards right now. When that race in New Hampshire starts, it's amazing how things change. This team takes things to a whole nother level. It's all about those 10 races, consistency, and I don't think there's anybody better than this team at being able to pull that together. So, you know, these next 4 races are obviously crucial ones for us. We're in a tough situation. We're not locked in, so we can't take, you know, risks just to learn stuff and try things. But at the same time, you know, we're not all the way on the outside looking in where we don't, you know, we're kind of there. We just got to be somewhere in the middle. We got to run hard, do our thing, but we can't take big risks, and that's kind of a tough position to be in.
Jeff Gordon, 6th in the point standing, still looking for his first win of the season.
Now, Shannon, speaking of winning, that's sort of been Greg Biffle's way here at the Michigan International Speedway since he started. Trucks in 99 and 2000, 2 wins immediately, and then a couple of Sprint Cup wins. Why here, Greg? Why has this place been so good to you?
Man, I don't know. We're just, you know, I really love this racetrack. You can race 2 or 3 wide, but it's a great track for me, and hopefully I get the 3 and 4 Fusion in Victory Lane. A little added pressure. It's a 3M Performance 400, so I've been good at that though. They sponsored. We had another sponsor one of these races, and we won. So just hoping to have a good top 5 run.
Alan, they've worn him out all morning with hospitality. Now he gets to go racing, do what he does here best.
And hope he wears the field out, right? Greg Biffle lined up in 9th on the grid. New faces and new places today. Brad Coleman, 20-year-old Texan, making his first drive in the Hall of Fame Racing 96, starting 43rd. And Mike Skinner's behind the wheel of the Michael Waltrip Racing 00 car for this race and the next couple. The former Craftsman truck champ starts 22nd.
There's that same guy that was supposed to bring me a pizza yesterday. He's still out riding around.